the suspect in the murder, and it also put Jadarius Sanders in the picture as well. He was the driver of the car James was in on Wednesday night, and I'm told that willingness to come forward and provide that information could stem from the efforts of the community outreach unit with the Columbia Police, or some of the efforts city leaders have been doing in the past couple months, such as sending some of those city leaders out to neighborhoods to specifically talk with residents in some of those strategic areas. Now, as background, we did tell you yesterday that witnesses said they saw James and Reed fighting seconds before Reed was killed, and then that was when James allegedly fired at Reed. Then Sanders, James, and another passenger drove off, and that third passenger agreed to hide a gun for James, according to the court documents. But even the day after the shooting, police were able to identify James as a person of interest in the case due to that cooperation from the public, Taylor, and officers say that help has really been rare in Columbia investigations.
A couple of years ago, we were not enjoying that much support from the community. In fact, we would be met with antagonism, insults, threats, people trying to crunch or go into the crime scene. And what we face this week is a community that's let us do our job and facilitated that and helped us and even volunteered and assisted us to do it.
Right now, James is being held in the Boone County Jail on a bond of $1 million for his role in the murder. And Jadarius Sanders, who I mentioned, is also arrested and charged with hindering prosecution and tampering with evidence. Reporting live here in Columbia at the Columbia Police Department, Sarah Massler-Donar, ABC 17 News.
Thanks, Sarah. James was already facing charges for a robbery back in April. In a crime alert tonight, a gunman is still on the run after a late-night shooting in Columbia. Officers were called to Pennant and Worley Street just before 11 o'clock last night for reports of shots fired. Police say they found 3 cars and a home with bullet holes. Police later learned a 22-year-old man was at the hospital with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. CPD says there is no suspect information at this time. One person is in custody after a shooting in Cole County. The Sheriff's Department says it happened yesterday afternoon in the 10,000 block of High Street in Eugene. Deputies say 2 people were hurt in the shooting but had non-life-threatening injuries. One of the victims is believed to be the shooter. We checked and charges haven't been filed yet.